Hello all, welcome to AI Educator. In this video, let us learn about typecasting. Typecasting means converting one data type to another data type. Now, let us see how to convert that. First, let us convert a float into int. Let me create a variable of float. Let's say a is equals to some 2.5. Okay, I'm printing it. I'm telling print of a. Then I'm also printing its type. Print of type of a. Okay, now let me run this cell. As you can see, it is float. Okay, now let us convert it into int. Okay, in order to convert it into int, all we need to do is we need to put int of a, b is equals to int of a, something like that. So with just writing int of the variable that is having another data type, we can convert it into int. Okay, now let us print the b, and let me print the type of b. Now let me run this cell. You can see it has converted into int, but it removed the decimal point entirely. Okay, instead of 2.5, it just took the 2. Okay, now let us try to convert a string into integer. Let me take another variable. Let us say a is equals to 2. Okay, now let me print the a, and let me also print the type of a. Now let me run this cell. Yeah, it is string. Now let us convert it. In order to convert it, all we need to write is int of a. Okay, and that's it. Now let us try to print the b and the type of b. If you observe, it is converted to int. Okay, now let us convert a boolean into integer. Okay, let me say a is equals to true. Now let me print the a, and let me also print the type of a. Let me run the cell, and it is true and it is boolean. Okay, now let us convert it. In order to convert, all we need to write is int of a, and let us check the b and its type. Let me run the cell. So if it is true, it will take it as 1, and if it is false, it will take it as 0, and it is converted into integer. Now let us see how to convert the different data types into float. Okay, first let us check how to convert an integer into float. Okay, let me say a is equals to 10, which is an integer, and let me print it, and let us also print the type so that we can confirm it is an integer. Okay, if I run this cell, you can see it is an integer. Now let us convert the integer data type into float. In order to do that, all we need to write is b, another variable, is equals to float of the integer variable. That's it. Now let us check, let us print the b, and let us also check the type of b. Okay, now let me run the cell. See, it has converted an integer into float by just adding a decimal point and a 0. Okay, now let us see with the string. Okay, let me say a is equals to some 5. Okay, and let me print the a, and let us print the type of a. Okay, and let me run the cell. It is a string. Now let us convert it into float. In order to convert, all we need to write is float of the variable. Okay, now let us print it, and let us also check the type of it. Now let me run this cell, it is converted to float. Okay. Now let us see how to convert a boolean into float. Okay. Let me say a is equals to false. Okay. Now let me print it and let us print the type of a. Okay. Let me run the cell. Now let us convert it into float. In order to convert, all we need to write is float of a. Okay. Now let us print the b and let us also print the type of b. Now let me run this cell. So it has converted the boolean into float. Since it is false, it is taking as 0 0.0. Okay. Now let us see how to convert an integer into strings. Okay. Let me take a is equals to 10. Okay. Let me print the a and let me print the type of a. Okay. Now let me run this cell. As you can see, it is an integer. Now let us convert it into strings. In order to convert to string, all you need to write is str of the variable. Okay. Now let us print the b and type of b. Okay. Let me run this cell. So it has converted into string. Okay. Now let us convert a float into string. Okay. First, let me take a is equals to some 3.6. Okay, which is a float. Let me just print it and let us also print the type of a. Okay, let me run this cell. It is a float. Now let us convert it into strings. In order to convert, all we need to write is str of the variable. That's it. Now let us print the b and let us also print the type of b, which will give us which data type it is. So let me run this cell. So it is converted to string. Okay. Now let us see how to convert a boolean into string. Let us just take a is equals to true and let us print the a and let us also print the data type with the help of type of a. Okay. Now let me run this cell. It is boolean. Now let us convert it into strings. In order to convert, all we need to write is str of the variable. Okay. Now let us check the b and let us also print the type of b. Okay. Now let me run this cell. It is converted to string. Okay. Now let us convert 1 into boolean. We can only convert 1 and zeros into boolean because boolean has only two things, true and false, right? So let us say a is equals to 1. Let me print the a and let me also print the type of a, which will be obviously the integer. Okay. Now let me run this cell. Yeah, it is integer. Now let us convert it into boolean. In order to convert it into boolean, all we need to write is bool of the variable. Okay. Now let us check what's in the b and let us also print the type of b. Okay. Now let me run the cell. See, we have given 1 and we got true and it is converted to boolean. In a similar way, we can also do a is equals to 0 and let me print the a and print the type of a. Okay. It is 0 and it is integer. In order to convert, all you need to write is bool of the variable. Let me print the b. Okay. And let me also print the type of b. Okay. Now let us run the cell. So 0 has been converted to false. Okay. This is how we do the typecasting. Okay. In the next video, let us discuss about Python operators.